Facebook, YouTube, the day of Michael, the archangel, coming down with danger for those that oppose the God of the universe. The one who is none like God. I mean, the one who is like God. Sorry about that. Michael. All right, not soul, whatever that soul, God is nonsense. Okay, all right. Oh, I got an interesting message that God, oh man, this one, oh, it's very interesting, man, it's just, wow. But the topic of this message is, wow, it's an ideal of looking at life. It's an ideal of looking at life, that how we need to see, see life in a better perspective concerning our actions. We should see our life, better, concerning to see if we're progressing or not progressing, But yeah, that God gave me that one. Oh, praise to Him. It's if we're, accomplishing becoming a better Christian or we're not accomplishing a better Christian. But the topic of the message is the reality of the reality to live, the reality of live or experience. Live or experience. Reality of live or experience. Now, the thing is, of course, everybody lives life. We live life accordingly to what we learn growing up or what we saw others to do concerning a pattern. We see something in that pattern that we can associate we think we can associate the kind of person that we are. And we live it out, and we want to see if, hopefully, we want to see if this is the correct pattern. But certain people just, take a pattern and just go gung-ho with it and think, this is me. No, you need to find out if this is the kind of person you want to be or the kind of person that not to be. You're supposed to be examine characteristics. You're just not supposed to just, see somebody do something that looks like it's good, or it may look bad to you, but you're supposed to examine characteristics. Boy, that's a message by itself right there. But I'm not teaching that. But we're going to see something, somebody's character, we're going to take a characteristic and we're going to live it. But, we're living and living and living, and all of a sudden, boom, something happens. Something happens, or we got put in a situation that we experience something, whether it's good or bad, And we respond to that and engage in it. And then all of a sudden we go, what is going to be the natural reaction is that we're going to go back to how we're living. We're going to go back to how we are living, but we will experience something that is contrary to what we're living. I think I said it right. I hope I did. But the thing is we will, like, for instance, I will being a Christian is all about living, a life through Jesus Christ, and living holy and living, to give God glory. But there I will experience a negative situation in my life, that I will, be tried and tested and may fall in that trial, and and make a mistake. And now here's the thing, here's the question. What am I going to respond to next? Something based upon my experience or based upon what I'm living? Or more likely my living is what I am committed within myself to do to be the person that I am, This is who I am. What I'm living concerning live is who I am. But what I am experiencing is something of an ideal situation that came about, from me. You know what I'm saying? That's what, just happened. It's just all of a sudden this happened, and I'm like, whoa, and I may have, made a mistake in like as a Christian and stumble and fall in it, but am I going to take the experience and make this my lifestyle or my livelihood concerning this experience? You know what I'm saying? Or should I go back to the life that I was committed of living? You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to really do this, And the thing is, people, we don't realize that cycle goes on with everybody else. Everybody else experiences this cycle. They don't know if they're committed. But first of all, they got to, of course, know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Concerning what they're like. I tell, as a youth pastor, I tell them the two most important things they must learn as a person is who you are and what is your purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's the two main things to discover in life. That if anybody going to truly find a way of living life, they got to know who they are and what their purpose. It's the two rules. But anyway, the thing is, people, living. Well, the thing is, we're living a life like in a lot of, and it can go backwards. Like you can be a negative person. You know what I'm saying? You can live. You sin a sinful life or doing whatever sin that you're doing, but you can live that sin and find yourself in a position of experiencing something positive, something godly, something, have a godly or divine experience encounter with of something. God send you divine encounter, but now you have a choice. That do you want to take this experience and live according to it, or continue back to the life or the lifestyle, the livelihood that you continually live in? You know what I'm saying? We have that choice, that we need to understand the life and the experience idea that every human being will face this, in their life. That is there. That, because the thing is, a problem of people, are just beings, They like to live a life that, I'm just doing this, just doing that, just doing this, just doing that, and just. Satan like to leave you in a pattern of just. You know what I'm saying? Nothing important. You know what I'm saying? There's really nothing important. Nothing really matters. I'm just going to do this. And then until all of a sudden you experience something. Say, whoa, wait a minute. There's probably something more to life than how I see it. There's probably more than something that meets the eye. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can die in your family, or a friend may die, or it's sad that, bad experiences have to tell people, you know what I'm saying, wait a minute, I think I need to examine my life a little bit more better, How about, be examining your life, as you live it, that is questioning, seeing, making sure that you're following the right path or the wrong path, or you can do better things than where you're at right now, and you need to stop doing those things that are making you worse. Examine your life. Because the Bible talks about in 2 Corinthians 13, talking about examining yourself. You know what I'm saying? And in examining yourself is very important to figure out who you are. I discovered to figure out who you are and the dynamics of who we are. That's the problem. I think a lot of people are, if they're going to have a problem in living life, is they're not examining their dynamics of the kind of person that they are. Because people are like looking at themselves one-sided, say, I'm just a bad person. That's a lie. Nobody's not a bad person, and nobody's not just a good person. No, we are people that can do bad and can do good. Anybody can do bad and anybody can do good. Every human being is capable of doing, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that we come to an understanding that we start to believe that we are this kind of person. You know what I'm saying? We start believing that, because I tell you, our belief systems are the most powerful force in the universe, you know, our belief system. And people don't realize how important, you know, the belief system. Wow, that God told me. But anyway, that we, you know, don't realize that we can, you know, believe a pattern that we may think that is right, or the Bible said it may seem right, but the end is destruction, you know. Or this pattern may not look right to us, but could be the right pattern that we need to take if we want to be a better person. And how we, you know, choose to live is where we start. You know, that's where it starts. You know, how we choose to live. When we came out the womb of our mother, you know what I'm saying? We started to live. And in that start, we seen things and experienced things. And in certain experience created how we live. And we, you know, of course, roll with it because the majority probably around you are rolling with it. But we did not question. We did not examine as much as we need to examine to say, is this the correct method? Is this the correct way of me being the person that I am? That this is what the ideal, you know, we're supposed to be examining, you know, if we really want to find the correct way. But you know, look, I'm just trying to show you this dynamic, because this dynamic is driving every human being to being the type of person that they are. We're going to do things based upon how we live and based upon experiences. And if we don't realize this dynamic, you know what I'm saying, going on, we will not, you know, we see people like, you know, they wonder why they're put themselves in bad positions, you know, in life. Well, you know, you have to question the view of your life concerning that you define life. You know what I'm saying? What you created, the definition of life that you thought, you know, is better for you. You know what I'm saying? They may have created these bad experiences, or, you know, you found out that you live in a wonderful life, and you found out because you made a decision concerning an experience in your life that it got you to a better progress and to a better way, that you are at the place right now. That you need to properly examine this, that, you know, that will determine if things going to get better or worse. Now, here's the thing, what I tell people, the number one reason why you should do that is in the thing about what Jesus Christ talked about love. It's like, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy mind, but love your neighbor or the other. You know, people, your decisions, you know, we're not really making decisions just because of us. We're making decisions by other people. You know what I'm saying? Other people will be impacted by our decisions. How many bad situations and good situations have to tell us that our decisions will impact somebody? You know what I'm saying? I mean, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? We need to realize and recognize that our decision, you have kids, or you have family, or you have workers, or people you go play football, sports, whatever, politics, whatever you do in life, you're going to impact somebody with your decision and your life and your experiences. You know, it's going to impact somebody. And what do you want to impact that will destroy somebody, or do you want to impact somebody will bring life to somebody, you know, that will build somebody, that will help somebody to see a better view of themselves and see that they can do better and help other people do better? You know, I'm about to, you know, pass the better baton to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, sin is all about passing the worst baton. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and look, this is what it's all about. But guess what? How we live and our experiences are going to factor. So I pray that you, if you're living a bad lifestyle, that you will experience something good. And I hope and pray that you let that experience change your direction, you know, to a better direction. And, you know, and I hope and I pray that people that are living a good life and living, that when you experience a bad situation, I hope and pray that you stay on the path of righteousness. You stay on that path in spite of the bad experiences in your life. But that's the message. I hope you get it. I hope you understand it. To God be the glory here and forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.